Hi everyone, and welcome to Storytime with Michele. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy to see you and to share a really sweet book with you. It's called The Snatcher Book. And it was written by Helen Docherty and Thomas Docherty. And can you see what it says here? Who's stealing all the stories? Let's find out. The Snatcher Book. Story by Helen Docherty. Illustrations by Thomas Docherty. One dark, dark night in Burrow Down, a rabbit named Eliza Brown found a book and settled down when a Snatcher Book flew into town. In every house, in every bed, a bedtime book was being read. Can you see all the little animals snuggled in bed reading books? Tales of dragons, spitting flames, witches playing spooky games, pirates on the seven seas, princesses trying to sleep on peas. And every child in every bed listened hard to each word said. Eliza Brown at number 3 was reading quite contentedly. Her curtains opened just a chink. She barely had a chance to blink. Her storybook just disappeared. Eliza found that very weird. The little owls on Mommy's lap were quite surprised to hear a tap against their bedroom window glass. Tap, tap. The noise came really fast. Before they'd even looked around, the book was gone, without a sound. The wind blew wild across the sky. The smallest squirrel heard a cry. "What's that?" she whispered to her dad. But then, and this was really bad, before they'd had a chance to look, she'd lost her very favorite book. And so it went, night after night. Books disappeared from left and right. 5 books here and 6 books there. The shelves began to look quite bare. In Burrow Down, the rumors spread of book thieves under every bed. Eliza Brown at number 3 was keen to solve the mystery. She planned one night to lie in wait and use a pile of books as bait. Long hours passed without a peep. She'd nearly fallen fast asleep, when suddenly Eliza heard a flap of wings. A bat? A bird? Eliza saw a shadow loom, enormous, right across her room. What kind of monster could it be? Eliza thought, "You don't scare me." And yet her heart was beating fast. She'd have to face the thief at last. She threw the window open wide and shouted to the thing outside, "Stop stealing all our books right now. Just give them back. I don't care how." "I'm sorry," came a little voice. "I really am. I had no choice." Eliza looked down in surprise. She couldn't quite believe her eyes. "So who are you? And what's your name?" The creature hung its head in shame. He mumbled with a mournful look, "I'm just a little Snatcher Book." Eliza nodded solemnly. She sat the creature on her knee. "You can't just come and help yourself to every book on every shelf." A tear rolled from the creature's eye, and softly he began to cry. "I know it's wrong, but can't you see? I've got no one to read to me." Eliza sighed. He looked so sad. If he just had a mom or a dad to read him stories every night, well, then he might behave all right. That very night, they hatched a plan. And so the Snatchabook began to give back all the books he'd picked. Eliza Brown was very strict. Then, trying hard to prove himself, he stacked them neatly on each shelf. And when he'd made his full amends, Eliza called on all her friends. He told them how he'd worked all night to turn a wrong into a right. And now each night in burrow down, as darkness falls upon the town, in every house, in every bed, a bedtime book is being read. You see everyone snuggled in bed reading their storybooks now? And if you take a closer look, you might just see the Snatchabook perched happily on someone's bed, listening hard to each word said. Aw, you see little Snatchabook? Enjoying that bedtime story. The end. Well, that was a wonderful little book, and I'm so proud of Eliza Brown. She got to the bottom of the mystery, didn't she? And she helped the Snatchabook find some stories to read and someone to read them to him. That was very sweet of Eliza Brown. Let me know what your favorite part of the story was down in the comments section below. I can't wait to hear from you. And if you like the video, please go ahead and give us a like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Bye.